Namaste, good evening. Thank you so very much for joining me. I'm going to take you through this bedtime Yin Yoga practice that we are going to do in bed. So this is ideal to do right before you go to sleep as a way to really unwind and give yourself a full body stretch, full body relaxation. And the beautiful thing about doing yoga in bed is that it can make all of the poses a lot more comfortable and no props are required. So all you need is your bed, and you can have your pillows close by in case you want to use them, but really this is all you are going to need. At the end of the class, we're going to kind of crawl under the covers for Savasana, and that is where I will leave you. So we're not going to come out. I want you to be able to just crawl under the covers, close down the video, and just drift off to sleep. So let's begin in a low lunge, which is like a dragon pose in Yin. I'm going to turn to face over this way. And I'll give you some options here of what you'd like to do, but you can step your right foot forward to the top. Normally I say to the top of the mat, but of course we don't have a mat here. So just step your right foot forward, make sure you have your knee over your ankle, and maybe you just kind of want to let yourself sink in here. What I like to do in this pose is bring my elbows to the inside of my right leg and then folding down. And you can kind of let your head rest on tops of your palms. If you have some pillows close by, you can even pad yourself so that your forehead is a little bit more supported. But of course, you can always just stay up a little bit higher in this pose as well. Usually in a low lunge, people complain that it's really hard on the knees, which is definitely true. And that's why doing them in bed can make the pose a lot more comfortable. And we're here for 2 to 3 minutes. So just take slow, steady breaths. If you need to come out of the pose earlier, please do so. Really make this practice your own. We're just trying to relax our hips down, to relax our upper back and our arms. Letting gravity do the work for you here. Letting go of the day you've had and anything else that might be on your mind. If you are folded down like what I'm doing here, you can come back up onto your palms and we'll just step back. Maybe hands and knees, or you can just rest onto your heels for a few breaths. Feeling the effects of that deep hip opener. And we'll go and repeat the same thing on the other side. So stepping your left foot through, aligning your knee over your ankle, and we're just trying to melt our hips forward and down, maybe staying up on the palms, or you can come down onto your forearms. If you're lowering down onto your forearms, bring your arms to the inside of that left leg and fold as low as is comfortable for you here. Maybe reaching for your pillows or propping yourself up with your hands, with your arms. Especially if you've been sitting a lot today, it's really important to open up through our hip flexors, to stretch through the upper thighs. This is where we accumulate a lot of tightness and tension, which is why I am starting off with this pose. And I know it can be intense. Hopefully the mattress is alleviating a little bit of that intensity and allowing you to relax a little more. So every time you exhale, try to let go a little bit more, knowing that there's nothing left for you to do today. This is truly your time to slow down, to nurture your body, preparing for a great night's sleep. Come back up onto your palms if you were lower. And from here, we'll come into a wide like a child's pose. So you can bring your big toes together and widen your knees as much as is comfortable to you here. Walking your hands out and folding down. And for some, it's comfortable to just drop the head down. You might want to turn one ear to the mat or to the mattress and then switch about halfway. I'll let you know when we are at the halfway mark if you are turning one ear down, so you can switch, making sure that you're not favoring one side over the other, or you can just keep your gaze down, stacking your palms or putting a pillow under your forehead. So really let your full body weight sink into your bed. And the mattress can be so helpful, especially with these kinds of hip opening poses. It can be a great way to really increase your range of motion and flexibility, simply because it's more comfortable to hold here than on a yoga mat. Relax your chest and your upper back, and just breathe right here. If you had one ear turned to the bed, you can lift and turn your other ear or halfway. And let's start to lift up. We'll take one last seated pose before we recline and lay down. Coming into straddle here. So you can open up your legs as wide as is comfortable, and we're just going to fold directly forward. And again, this is one where maybe you just want to use your hands to support yourself, or you can use your bed pillows and stack them over each other, or even just letting gravity pull you lower towards the mattress can be really nice as well. So opening through the backs of our legs, stretching along the spine. And because this is a yin practice and we're not engaging our muscles, it's perfectly fine to let your spine naturally round. Just make sure you're not pushing or pulling. We're looking for full relaxation, head to toe. Even relaxing through your jaw and your facial muscles. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. And breathe into the stretch. Use your arms to push into the bed so you can lift your way back up inch by inch. And you might want to help your legs come back in. And we're going to lower down onto our backs, coming into a laying spinal twist. And now, of course, I'm doing it in this way just because it's easier for you to see with the camera what I'm doing. But of course, you might have your head towards your pillows the way you would normally sleep. So come all the way down And we're going to pull the right knee in towards our belly, crossing it over into a twist. So your right knee is moving over towards the left, and you can reach your right arm out to the side. Try to push that right shoulder down. So a very small, not too intense of a stretch in our low back here. But if you wanted to go a little further and intensify this, you could always straighten your right leg and send your left hand a little bit more towards your right foot. So more like a variation on cat pulling its tail. You'll feel it a little more into your IT band. And you could really bend your right knee here. It doesn't need to be super straight. And I like to keep my gaze straight up, closing the eyes. But you could also turn your head and look over your right shoulder. Really letting go. Affirming to yourself that you are calm and relaxed, that you are ready for a peaceful night's sleep. And that there's nothing left for you to do. Holding here. If you had your right leg straight, bend your knee, come back through to center, and we'll find the same pose on the other side. I'm just gonna move a little. So your left knee can pull towards your belly, and then you're gonna cross your left thigh over, reach your left arm out to the side, try to press that left shoulder down, and maybe straighten your left leg, reaching your right hand a little bit closer towards your shin or towards your ankle. Keeping your gaze directly up or turning your head to look over your left arm. See if you can keep your eyes closed here as a way to really prepare for sleep. 2 to 3 minutes on this side. And we'll release. Come back through to center, and we'll be coming into Savasana, our final resting pose. I'm just going to do it in this same direction that I'm in here, but this could be a good opportunity maybe for you to crawl under the covers and really give yourself a few minutes with your palms facing up towards the sky, taking up space with your arms and your legs, just to really process and integrate the work that you've done, to relax from head to toe. And this is where I'll be leaving you. I want you to be able to drift off to bed. And before you go, if you can, maybe give a little thumbs up to the video. Make sure you subscribe. And if you think about it tomorrow morning when you wake up, if you can, you can leave me a comment. I would love to know if this class was beneficial and effective for you at helping you falling and staying asleep. Thank you so much for doing this bedtime Yin Yoga practice with me. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow morning for a 10-minute morning yoga practice. Have a great night.